Guys, let's get started with this get ready with me. So I've already done my brows, so I'm going to start off as always priming my face. So I'm going to be using this Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and basically I'm just going to apply this all over my face just to smooth out any imperfections and just to give my face just a nice base for the foundation we're going to apply. Next, I'm going to take this Lumiere V Pore Minimizing Serum. I'm just going to take one pump on the back of my hand and I'm going to apply that all over and concentrate that in areas where I have more visible pores. And this is just going to help to minimize those pores and to just continue to make the face look really smooth and flawless. While that primer sets in, I'm going to move on to the eyes. So we're going to start with the Motives Eye Base. And I'm just going to apply this to both of my eyes with a flat eyeshadow brush. And this is just going to help the colors to stand out a little bit more. Make sure there's no creasing or anything throughout the day. And it's just a really good first step just to make sure that your eyeshadow looks really, really good. Now moving into the Motives Dynasty palette, which is the palette we're going to be working out of today. So the first shade that I'm going to take is this kind of creamy white shade here called Thea. So I'm basically going to take that on a blending brush and I'm just going to apply that all over my eyes to set the eye base that we just applied. Next, I'm going to go into the shade right next to it, this really pretty orangey matte shade called Venus. And I'm just basically going to take that on that same blending brush. This is a BH Cosmetics blending brush. And I'm just going to apply this all over the crease and the upper eye area as the transition shade. Then I'm going to go into my Motives Element Color Box and I'm going to grab this shade right here called Native. It's a really nice matte brown shade. And I'm basically just going to apply this into my crease area just to start layering those shades and building like a gradient kind of effect. Then I'm going to go back into the Dynasty palette and grab this brown shade here called Nefertiti. And I'm going to apply this directly into my crease a little bit lower than where I applied the last color just to build some depth and add some dimension to the eye. Then I'm going to go back in with that same BH Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to start blending these shades together to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything going on. And just to add a little bit of smokiness, I'm actually going to get more of Nefertiti and actually bring that to the outer corner and make like a V kind of shape. And this is just going to elongate the eye. And it's also just going to add, you know, just some smokiness and just a little something to the look, a little something. The look is coming along, it's coming. So now we're going to move on to the lid. So I'm going to first take this NYX white eye base and I'm just going to carve out my crease with this. And basically what this is going to do is to help that blue shade that we're going to apply on the lid to stand out and really just look very pigmented and vibrant. I'm going to be taking this Luxie brush, and it kind of has a tapered head to it, which I really like for applying lid shades. And I'm just going to go into that Dynasty palette and grab that beautiful blue shade called Cleopatra, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid. Just as an extra step to make sure that that pigment and that eyeshadow really stands out, I'm going to wet my brush with this 10 Years Younger setting spray, and then I'm going to go and start applying it to the lid. So when I do my eyeshadow, I find that if you pat the eyeshadow on versus swiping it, you do get a lot more color payoff. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Now I'm going to be taking this brush right here, and I'm going to go back into the Dynasty palette, and I'm going to grab this purple shade right here, and I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye just to add a little bit more dimension and smokiness to the look. Now for winged liner, I'm going to go in with this Motives liquid liner, and this is in the shade Noir, which is just a jet black shade, and I'm just going to apply this to my eyelids and wing it out. Now I'm going to go in with this Motives Makeup Wipe, and I'm just going to clean up underneath my eye because we do have some fallout, and I'm going to drag it along the side of my eye, and this is just going to help to bring the look together and just make it look really sharp and crisp. Now for mascara, I'm going to go in with this Double Decker Lashes mascara that I got in my BoxyCharm last month, and I'm just going to be applying this to my top lashes. You can most definitely add lashes to this look to make it pop a little bit more, but because I'm on my way out to door to work, I decided to skip the lashes for today, so I'm just going to do mascara. My foundation is actually already done because I decided to film a review on this. So the foundation that I'm using is the Maybelline Super Stay, which you guys will definitely see that review coming up very soon. So let's move on. So I'm going to take this bronzer. This is the Motives bronzer in the shade Miami Glow, and I'm just going to be applying that to my face just to warm up the face a little bit more and to bring some dimension and to help my face not look so flat. And I'm going to be using a Wet n Wild powder brush to apply this. Next, to contour, I'm going to go into my Z palette, and I'm going to grab this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm going to be applying this to my cheekbones just to help contour and chisel out my cheekbones. Then to help that contour line stand out a little bit more, I'm going to go into this Motives Banana Powder, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of this directly underneath the contour line to help it stand out a little bit more. And I'm going to use that same angled brush that we used earlier for the bronzer and the contour shade. For blush today, I'm going to go back to an oldie but a goodie. This is the Milani blush in the shade Romantic Rose. I used to use this all the time when I first started my YouTube channel, and I haven't used it in a while, so I definitely wanted to bust this out again. I love this blush because it's just so skin-like and neutral, and it's like, it's pigmented, but it's not too much. I just really, really love it. And for highlighting, I'm going to take this Master Chrome highlighter, and this is in the pinky gold shade, and I'm just going to be applying this to the tops of my cheekbones and down the center of my face. And then I'm going to take that same highlighter we just used, and I'm just going to apply a little bit to the inner corners of my eyes just to help my eyes pop a little bit more. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the Motives No More Shine Mattifying Setting Spray. I absolutely love this setting spray. I just bathe in it. It is like so good. Like, if you have oily skin, you will have no oil peeking through after using this. It is just so good. So going back into the Dynasty palette, I am going to grab this shade right here, and I'm just going to apply this to my bottom lash line, and I'm basically going to use this in place of a pencil liner. Then I'm going to go back in and get that orange shade out the palette, and I'm just going to apply this to my lower lash line just to kind of help blend so that liner that we just applied doesn't look like super harsh. Then I'm going to go over that with the blue shade that we used on the lid just to add a little pop of color to the bottom lash line. Then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to go in with this Grande mascara that I got from Sephora, and I'm just going to apply this to my bottom lashes. Now for lips, I'm going to prep my lips first with this lip oil that I got out of my Ipsy bag. So I'm just going to be applying this to my lips, and then I'm going to blend it out with my finger, and then I'm going to get the excess off with a wedge sponge. For lip liner, I'm going to go in with this NYX liner in the shade Cabernet, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. For lipstick today, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. For gloss, I'm going to be using this gloss by Sephora in the shade Perfect Nude. Alright, you guys, this is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, you already know what to do. Give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys next time in my next video. Bye.